Eventually, he had to respond. What if we can't go back? It wasn't a question, not really. It was a statement, a lot of thought in a small number of words. What if those colossal beasts were the norm now? What if their entrance into the place was guarded? What if it was too dangerous, or too angry, or simply too aware of them to make it possible to go in and live? What if this was it? Their lives had held some magic, and now they didn't anymore. What if eventually Rufus and Ganesh would leave, or worse, Pendragon would starve slowly, the magic items would lose their charge, the Skulljacks would become normal, and they'd be left with a few random skills that they never trained in but didn't make them stand out at all, and Alana would be basically superhuman, but what else was new? And the magic would fade out. Not gonna happen, Alana promised him. James snatched the flare of annoyance in his heart and slammed it down before it could make him say something he'd regret. But how do you know? He asked. She just shrugged, a gesture that he caught out of the corner of his eye. I don't know anything, she admitted, shifting in her chair to try to find any position comfortable for her long legs. But, worst case scenario, we can always sell it and get jobs as guides to people with tanks. She let the humor out of her voice and stuck a hand to James's arm. But we're not done, not even close. Got it? James tried to smile as he replied. Yeah, I got it. It's just... Alana nodded back. It's just... there's a lot of risks and not many chances, yeah? But don't worry. We'll get through this. You're not one guy fighting staplers anymore, man. And just like that, James felt the tension that he'd been holding in for weeks seep out. Because his partner was right. He wasn't alone, not anymore. He had friends and companions and a roommate in his own head, and all of them cared. And right now, as he drove through tan and red rocks and endless dirt, as the music played and Alana reclined in her chair to fiddle on her phone, that was enough. I feel like every time there's an internet argument about... Alana started in before James groaned and cut her off. Mia? Is Mia trans? I cannot remember. Alana looked over at him, tilting her phone down. Are you okay? She said, raising her eyebrows at James's expression. James nodded, rubbing at his chin. First off, we haven't talked to Mia in months, a year, but also, what about the dungeon? The dungeon, James, is not a well, actually, I don't fucking know what gender the dungeon is. Sure, fuck it, why not? The dungeon is trans. She rolled her eyes, fluttering a hand in the air. No, you dork, be serious. James paused for a second, then cracked a warm smile. Okay, no, don't be serious. But this is a real thought. We should keep an eye out in the dungeon for something that could help with this kind of situation. I'm not sure how okay I am with you calling being trans a situation. Alana poked at him playfully. James flinched, still smiling, though. Stop that, and I'm just saying D&D has a cringingly proud history of magic items that force a change in gender. I'm not expecting to find a perfect fit, but if we could find something that, well, fuck, we're already trying to give people skulljacks, right? We're not pretending that the status quo is the best possible option. We should just, do that thing you always talk about. Use our power to shape the world into something better. Fuck, I didn't think you were listening. Alana grinned wolfishly. I always listen to you, James said with perfect sincerity. Out of the corner of his eye, he saw Alana's eyes widened as his words connected. Okay, less sappy. What other massive social issues should we be on the lookout for easy fixes to? Global warming? I feel like we should ask Ganesh about this for some reason.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.